These are rare photographs from history, presented with context and accuracy. To see more historical photos, you can subscribe to our channel. A boy between two mounted lobsters caught off the New Jersey coast, February 1915. A British soldier inside a trench on the Western Front during World War I. A pic of a father and son resting in their Akron, Michigan fallout shelter in the 1960s. A Saudi shepherd, Saeed Alanzi, fought a leopard that attacked a ewe in his flock. He then went to the hospital with the leopard's severed head as evidence of the source of his injuries, 1975. A sheriff's deputy is forced to pat down Santa Claus after he allegedly assaulted a jeweler, Akron, Ohio, 1978. American soldiers are being marched down a road after capture by German troops in the early hours of the massive German offensive, Ardennes, December 1944. Bathers undress using the screenet on a public beach, 1929. Beach view of people at Cincinnati, Ohio, 1910. Bird market in the Grand Place, Brussels, 1920. British Special Forces officer Sir Archibald David Stirling, who founded the SAS during World War II. After war, he campaigned against racism in Rhodesia and soon became involved with international arms dealing, 1974. Children posing in giant Amazon lilies. For a time, they became a fad in rich gardens. Salem, North Carolina, 1898. Choral performance in the Memorial Grove for the victims of fascism, Dresden, 1946. Cremation ceremony of King Rama VIII, Thailand, 1946. Dictator of Zaire Mobutu Sese Seko, sitting on his throne across from his wife, waiting to take the presidential oath of office once again, 1984. Down with imperialists from China. The Chinese are replacing livestock for capitalists, USSR, May 1927. Egyptian dictator Hosni Mubarak and Iraqi dictator Saddam Hussein meeting in 1990, largely on Mubarak's part, to find a diplomatic solution to the crisis in Kuwait. Ex-slave Will Adams poses proudly outside his home on his sharp three-piece suit, Marshall, Texas, December 1937. Family portrait taken 120 years ago, 1905. Folks being led through a subway tunnel during the blackout of New York, 1965. Football games played at Hackney Marshes, London, 1962. Frida Kahlo wearing a suit in her family portrait in 1927. From left to right, Chamberlain, Daladier, Adolf Hitler, Mussolini, and Ciano pictured before signing the Munich Agreement, which gave the Sudetenland to Germany, September 1938. Greel's Shoe Shining Parlor, Indianapolis, 1908. Group of Fijian scouts during the Second World War in Vella Lavella in the Solomon Islands, all armed with a gun, most wearing hats, 1943. Gypsy dancer performing, Granada, Spain, 1949. Haile Selassie and Tito visit Pula in 1959. It took roughly 400,000 people to put Apollo 11 on the moon. Here are some of them in Mission Control, John F. Kennedy Space Center, on launch day, July 1969. Japanese-American family waiting for train to take them to Owens Valley, Los Angeles, California, 1942. Lighting the menorah for Hanukkah at Congregation B'nai Israel in Chicago, 1962. Lunch break during a reconstruction operation, Dresden, 1946. Major General Smedley Butler, two-time Medal of Honor recipient and veteran of the Spanish-American War, Philippine-American War, Banana Wars, Boxer Rebellion, Battle of Veracruz and Caco War, 1922. Man assisting a woman to light up a cigarette, Tokyo, Japan, 1945. Marilyn Monroe meeting FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover, 1955. Members of New Zealand's Auckland Police Task Force photographed on Ponsonby Road in late 1974. Metropolitan Opera singer Lauritz Melchior with his wife and their dog, Great Dane, 1944. Oroville, California Railroad, Tunnel Number 4, early 1910s. Parisians resumed the business of everyday life, clambering over rubble left in the streets from the student riots May 1968. Peasant man and peasant woman at a market square, Poland, 1934. Photo of 1920s garment workers, dangerous job as they were forced to work long hours. Photograph of New Zealand troops in action on Vella Lavella in the Solomon Islands during the Second World War, 1942. Portrait of female partisan Sara Ginaiti at the liberation of Vilna, Lithuania, August 1944. President Dwight Eisenhower attacks a hot dog and Vice President Nixon enjoys a cigarette while watching a baseball game together, 1960. Public execution of Poles by Germans in Sosnowiec, occupied Poland, autumn 1939. Radio Corporation of America executives watching a brand new invention called television at their New York offices before introducing the product to the public, 1939. Robert F. Kennedy stops for lunch in Bluefield, West Virginia, while campaigning for his brother, 1960. Russian and American troops dance together after their respective armies meet in a German town. Within a few years, the same soldiers could have been fighting against each other behind the Iron Curtain, 1940s. Secretary of War Newton Baker in a Ford Model T designed for cross-country reconnaissance, 1921. Service ladies taking a drink in their free time, San Diego, California, 1947. South African police officers casually chat and smoke during their protection of the Johannesburg post office from racist communist strikers, 1922. Thousands of Nazi Party members assemble for the 1937 Reich Party Congress in Nuremberg, Germany, with ceremonies held at night in the glow of spotlights called the Cathedral of Light. Three of the 7 linked forts in the Thames estuary, which guarded British shipping lanes against mines and mine-laying aeroplanes, September 1945. Tobacco going to market on a sled near Stockton, Georgia, in 1936. Tourists enjoying a picnic lunch near where the Gir Hameen River flows into the upper lake at Killarney, 1897. Two barefoot young students walk on their way to school in Claiborne County, Tennessee, 1940. Two ladies smile at the Royal Canadian Naval Service, Firefighting School, 1944. Unemployed men at the Volunteers of America soup kitchen in Washington during the Great Depression, 1936. U.S. presidential candidate Richard Nixon and California Governor Ronald Reagan meet to discuss campaign strategy, 1968. Woolworth's takeout menu in the 1950s. It shows what was offered at a Dept store 75 years ago.